Trying to make sure this shit don't fall on a nigga. Ha. What's the haps? What's the vibe looking like? How we feeling today? How we cooling? How we moving? Alright, I'm bullshitting, alright. But as you can see, we're in a familiar place. I ain't got PG. Why is that? Because real street niggas wear PJs. But anyway, you want to come in for a small video because it was nice outside. And I was like, damn, I ain't talked to the viewers directly in a hot TT. Everything been not pre-recorded, but like everything been on one subject and another. This right here is when we get all our main ideas from. Like we tend to really focus on the majority group when we're in this spot. If not, we're usually writing down notes and shit like that. So just want to make it nice and clear that we're here for a reason. And what is that reason? Not for greatness, but not for attention, but to spread something more than positivity. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we have come a long way. Not really a long way, but we came somewhere to starting off with like 3 subscribers from like friends and family to having over like what 200 now. It's small, but like imagine 200 niggas beating your ass. Like that's a lot of niggas. That's a lot of people. So the way I see it, I'll be forever grateful to have a little community. It's crazy that strangers will push you more than your own blood and family. Like strangers would be more appreciative, more positive when it comes to you in general. And that's just a wonderful thing in my eyes that I was able to cultivate a small little fan base in a small increment of time to the point where I'm getting comments, likes, and love. Check out my TikTok. Weird. But you know, it's a small thing. I know once I get older and I'm like my face is recognizable and I'm just surrounded by not fans, not viewers, but strictly supporters and family. Like I knew I made it when people started coming up asking for pictures and autographs and stuff like that. I knew I made it somewhere. It's all about publicity and marketing. So one step at a time is obviously. I don't want to be a generic YouTuber or a generic music artist that just makes this one thing for this specific type of attention. I do the things I do mainly for not only for you but for me. You know. Now, if it gets to the point where I'm starting making money off this, then I'm definitely gonna stay locked in because like y'all boys won't be able to, you know, y'all help me get food, y'all help me get fed, shit like that. So I wanna show appreciation, but just how like your family put clothes in your back, sometimes your supporters can do the same. But right now we're in a small spot, man. So once we figure it out, I know we're gonna be on a different spot. Plotting. Bro, I've been bullshitting on my goddamn building my resume. I'm not bullshitting. I'm in procrastination. My mother was right. I be procrastinating when it comes to that. But we're gonna get that fixed up, bro. Promise. But anything else? Chilling. I want you to embark on this journey with me. In hindsight, I feel like you tend to glance over the majority of the things just to get every small little detail, minute detail like that. But you know, it comes a time where not only are we gonna figure out what's our main goal, we're gonna figure out if we're just a talking ass nigga or we are doing that. You know what I mean? Are we a talking individual or are we gonna talk and execute what we're talking about? Fuck a TED talker. I hate to be a TED talker. Cause I feel like TED talkers, they help, But at the same time, I feel like you're trying to relive the little days of you being great, and you're not great. You know? 'Cause I feel like people make their art their job. Like, oh, I'm retiring from making music. I'm retiring from making art. I'm retiring. I'm like, why retire when you could just stop? You don't understand that though. Why retire when you can just stop for a brief time? Go on a hiatus, take a little break. But why fully retire and don't touch it over again? Don't touch a pen to write. Don't touch a brush to draw. Like, why stop? Like, honestly, why stop? If that's something you love, if it's something you love, I feel like you can get tired of things you love. But if it's something you love, you won't be tired from it for long. That's honestly my opinion. You won't be tired for long. And if so, man, maybe that's not something you love. That's something somebody told you. Evidently, I see that we all hold some type of distraction when it comes to making beautiful things or just in any type of way of living. People either obsessed with the things they can be or the things they are. Not the things they want to be, the things they are, the things they can be. Or they obsessed with a thing or an individual. With it is relation wise, friend wise, family wise, or just a person that you care for you, or you want to be, or you see yourself in. And I feel like when I see somebody with potential, I always see them on a higher pedestal. I wouldn't put them on a pedestal because we're all equal, but I always put them on a pedestal of potential for them being great, no matter what the business, even if they have self-doubt, right? So listen, you can be on the highest place on one stepping stone. When you go to the next one, you're on the lowest level to that stepping stone until you upgrade again. And it's a repetitive thing. It's something that repeats over time. So, god damn it, fucking mosquito, shit. So when it comes to that, you gotta. I wouldn't say take everything slow, but sometimes some shit do need speed. I ain't gonna lie, some shit do need speed. But I'm saying sometimes what I used to say, turn the most complex situation in the most simplistic way. Yeah. I feel like that's the most I just said it stupid, but that's the most easiest thing. Turn something complex into something simple and then turn something simple into complex. But if you turn something simple into complex, could it ever be complex with just extra steps and you're making it redundant, you know? But hold on, how do you do it? But the way I see it, stupid but the way I see it, it's okay to hold your standard to something higher than what you are, you know. Shit! Can't even have a serious moment with y'all. Damn. You know? It's okay to see yourself higher than somebody else. You know? We're not all born equal. Equality is a facade. I will tell you that so many times. Equality is a facade. And when people say they want equality, they just want the same perks that you have, but less amount of work. Don't complain about a system that you create. Right? But, hey, it holds so much power than what you actually think, you know. Nobody truly knows how much power the mind has. You know? I just know that I'm trying to see something better. The execution of it all is something that you have to see further than what you can think. Right? It's always vague statements when it comes to philosophy, so that's why I kind of hate it, even though I use it so much. And I didn't know I was using philosophy until somebody told me the things you say resonate with this, and I was like, what is this? So I just studied like, damn, I don't agree with this, but it kind of does sound like something I would say. I always wanted to be different. I wanted to be the outlier, but I didn't want to be the black sheep of my family. I don't think I am. I'd rather be like a background character and then build off of that. Bro, these mosquitoes are about to crash out. But it was nice talking to y'all once again for today. Just wanted to have something sentimental to talk to y'all about. Y'all gonna see the video. If not, I see it for you, and I will lead you on the right way. Not on the Messiah shit, but yes, your boy getting too low. But it was great talking to you. And I hope I get to see you more often than usual. And you have a wonderful day, my birdie.